What's up, everyone? Edwin Anthony here again, back at it with another video. And in this video, we're going to learn about Out of the Sandbox's Flex theme. So if you guys are brand new to my channel, what I do every so often is that I talk about theme setups, everything related to Shopify. So if you like this type of content, please make sure that you go into the subscribe, demolish that subscription, and also don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you'll be one of the first ones to know when we come out with these videos. So again, going over this, what are we talking about? We're going to help you guys install Flex, and we're going to follow a specific theme. Before this, let's talk about the company here real quick, just a quick introduction. So the folks at Out of the Sandbox are one of the first pioneers of building themes for Shopify, right? And the theme that we're going to talk about is one of their most highly and probably one of the most expensive themes that they have out of everything. If you guys check out my channel, I also have one that talks about Turbo. So make sure that you guys watch that. So if you guys, want to make sure that you like the style and how I teach and all that stuff, go ahead and check out that video first if you want to. And if you're already used to my style, we're just going to dive right into it. So Out of the Sandbox, one of the top theme developers, they've created this theme called Flex. And of course, if you're interested in getting started on this, I'll leave a link down at the description so you guys could go ahead and purchase the theme and then just follow along. But let's look at this as towards what it has to offer. So as of today, October 26th, we noticed that Flex is now part of Store 2.0. So they just recently updated their theme, and it's called Flex 3.0. That offers Shopify's operating system 2.0, which is very good. It's like really, really good. I love Store 2.0s because they just have everything and they load pretty quickly, and so far so good based on the experience. So reason why Flex, because Flex has a very nice interface that it allows your store to look more than one way. You don't have to go very heavily on investing with developers, etc. And you could switch up your store to look many different ways. That's why Flex is a very good investment. And take a look at all these styles. You'll see all of these demos. Look, there is a lot of demos. And as you can see, some of them kind of look the same, but you could see the difference as to how your website could look like, right? Not just one way. So we have like the menu horizontal system, and then we have this other way where it has this vertical interface, which is nice. So if you're planning on having multiple businesses, or if you really need a theme that's just very, very flexible when it comes to the type of niche, take a look at Flex. Flex is definitely a very good investment from a very powerful theme development company, which is Out of the Sandbox. The one that we're going to go over with today as far as developing or putting together is the one that's called Swagger. And let me just give you a presentation as to how this looks like. So disregard this bar up top. Let's take a look at their menu system. So you could see that they have the singular menus, and we'll dive in there in a second. A hover over where it's like kind of like a visual mega menu that's horizontal like that. It looks very, very nice with a nice little text underneath it. Look at that at the bottom where it says uniquely cool, shop our new pattern styles. Very, very nice. And then afterwards we have kind of like similar to Turbo where they have some menus on the left, some menus on the right. Very, very nice. And then they have this presentation here. It's pretty much good stuff. And what we're going to set up, we're going to start off with the homepage. So this part one of the series, we're just going to start with the homepage. Let's get to it. So once you go ahead and click on the link in the description or in the first pinned comment below, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead here and add the product into the cart. You're going to go to Themes, Flex, once you click on that link. And then once you do so, add to cart and then go through the buying process. Once you purchase the theme, you'll have the website Out of the Sandbox say, hey, we want to make sure that it's you. Put your email address, and then they take you to a page where you could download the zip file. It'll be this one zip file with tons of folders inside. One of the unzip folders is going to be called, is going to be titled Unzip Me or something like that. And then from there, there's another folder that's going to kind of look like this. Let me show you. All right, so it's going to kind of look like this. If you pay attention over here, it's going to have all of these zip files. And to some retrospect, it's all the same thing, but it's kind of like pre-set up depending on which theme you like the most. So again, the one that we're focusing on is this one called Flex Swagger, because that's the one that we want to go with on this tutorial. So let's pretend for a second that you've already purchased, right? And we're ready to go. We want to upload this theme into your Shopify store. So let's go here into the demo store that we have going on here. We called it Flex Theme Demo. And if you are on the homepage, which kind of looks like this, on the left-hand side right here, click on where it says Online Store. From there, what you're going to do is that you're going to scroll down and you're going to click right here where it says Add Theme and Upload Zip File. From here, you look for that zip file that I just showed you, which is basically the Flex Swagger, right? You upload it, and it's going to show up somewhere around here under theme libraries. So you'll have your current theme, which might be whichever theme that you had before, and once you upload the Flex theme, it's going to show up here. The next step on what you do is that you go to where it says Action, and you press Publish. You press publish so that it moves it from here and it swaps it out with whatever it is that you had on this one. And as you can see, I've already taken that step where I called it Flex Swagger, and I've also dated it just to have some type of record. In order for you to rename this, all you have to do is go to Actions, Rename. And then right here, you could go ahead and press, type in whatever you want and press Rename. Once that's done, the best key practice is for you to make a backup, right? Because if you mess up on anything, or if a developer goes in there and starts doing things, that's where things could get a little bit messy, right? So what I do here is I go to Actions and I press Duplicate, right? Duplicate. From there, what happens is that it creates a duplicate. It says copy of so-and-so. So it almost acts as a backup. So that's one key practice I always do with all of our development stores. I always make a backup just in case if something does mess up. All right. Now that you've done that, the next key practice thing to do is to go right here where it says Apps, and you need to register your theme. Okay, you need to make sure that you have the license of the theme and program it into your Shopify account. So go to Customize Your Store, go to the App Store, and type in Theme Updater and install it into your website. Once you have that installed, you're going to go in here and it's going to kind of like give you right here, it says that you have an updater. It's free up until this date. It's on a free trial, which is fine. But now you need to register your theme. And once you see that here, right here, we have currently published theme. We notice that we're on the latest and greatest, right? If yours says unregistered, go ahead and take the action to register it. Now, pay attention to something, folks. When you are about to enter the email address that it asks you, pay attention to what email address you used when you were on the out of the sandbox. When you press add to cart and did the purchase, what email address that is, right? What's that email address? So that email address, you plug it in here and then it gets registered, right? Highly encourage you not to use other people's themes. So if you go online and you say, hey, does anybody have Flex? I don't want to pay the $500. It's for testing purposes, but please make sure that you buy the license. That's actually very important because if you don't buy the license, then you have a very strong chance of your store getting closed down by Shopify. They're going to find out one way or another, especially when you start generating good money. Okay, so just mental note on that if it's not registered, your store can get completely shut down if they find out, right? It's part of their terms and policies. Just play by the rules. Okay, so now that you have that installed and good to go, another thing that you want to check is to make sure that your theme is up to date. So depending on what version of Flex you installed, maybe it's not the latest and greatest. Just make sure that you always have the latest and greatest version. And then, of course, you could always see the change log by clicking there, and you could see all of the things that they've updated. And this is the best part about Out of the Sandbox. These guys are constantly busy. They're always updating your theme with the latest and greatest, and you could see all the changes that they've made historically. I love this because it just shows me that the theme developers are always on top of their game. They are always updating it because you paid a good amount of coin for it. So whatever it is to add value to your store, that's what matters. So you always want to make sure that you're at the latest and greatest. Okay. Now let's get to work. So now that we've done all of that and we have our theme installed, the next step is to make sure that you have all of your products installed. So right here, we've had our team go ahead and emulate all of the products that can be found in this store, Swagger. Again, this is for demo purposes. So we scraped all of the products, right? And we just installed it here with USD currency, as well as all of the pictures, etc. Afterwards, what we did was that not only did we also add all of the product descriptions, but we also started tagging them, okay? And then we created automatic collections. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, none of this stuff, I have something to show you so you could catch up to speed. Watch this. Okay, here we go. So if you open another tab, right, and not lose your place, open up YouTube, type in resolutions design, and that'll take you to my homepage. On my homepage, I have a library specifically made very easy for you guys to just do the preliminary stuff. What do I mean by preliminary stuff? The part 1s, part 2s, and part 3s, okay? How to create or how to add products. This is my part 1, how to add the products into the store. So watch this video if you need tips on how to add products into the store. Afterwards, you go ahead into the part 2 of the series, which is how to create collections or automatic collections. And then finally, the last video is how to make main menu navigation systems. So watch all these 3 parts to get you up to speed on how to do all of this. Again, 3 things very important. How to make sure that your products are all added correctly, make sure that the status is all active, make sure that you're not tracking inventory unless that's part of your business, which is fine. As long as it's positive inventory, that's what matters. And then finally, create those collections. Make sure that all those products have tags on them and that you've made automatic collections, just like how you see here. This one called homepage, it's by default. You know, I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this, right? When you open your Shopify store, it always comes with your store. It always says homepage, right? Finally, I go to online stores. I click right here on the left where it says navigation, and you'll see that I've already created a preliminary navigation system that emulates the experience that I'm having so far. Okay, so you see all of this right here. Again, you could find these instructions by following them here. Taking into consideration or into account that you've already done these steps, we're going to get straight to it. We're going to go right into the theme development. Let me close out all of these tabs right here, okay? And let's go ahead and open up a separate tab. And with all of my videos, I'm always going to do this. I always like to keep the back end open like this, and this page here, this tab. So what I do is right click and open up a new tab to go inside of the customized theme menu system. If you guys are brand new to Store 2.0, you'll notice a slight difference on some of this experience here. So we could see that all of the menus here are very convenient. We don't have that tab up at the top anymore. So this is everything having to do with the theme, and then just back-end stuff related to the theme. If we click right here where it says theme settings, you'll notice all the other stuff over here. So this is just a very quick tour as to where things are located. So you're just like, hey, what's going on here? Where's this? I'm not familiar of anything of that, right? And then we have all these sections here. So again, I want to keep another tab open, and this time I'm going back to the out of the sandbox. What I'm going to do is go to the Flex theme. I'm going to go to the Swagger, okay? And this is the demo of the store. It even comes with a pop-up. We have all this right here, okay? The only bad thing about this is that I can't unclick this. Like I can't get rid of this bar so that I can make sure that all of this is nice the way that it's supposed to be. All right, now we're going to check on our next checklist, which is images. We want to make sure that all our images are ready and available. Let me share with you what I mean by that. All right, so something very important to note. You guys could go ahead and right click and download some of these images that we see here so that you guys can get an idea as far as what the image sizes should be. But what I always say is a very strong key practice is to make sure that you have a folder that has all of your homepage images that you're going to use. Anything related to banners or, you know, things like that. Just always stay organized. We like to stay organized with that type of stuff. So we have things such as homepage images. By the way, guys, Flex does not provide this for you. So they're not going to provide you with images. This is something you have to supply yourself. So that's why I'm saying be prepared. Make sure that you get some images ready. And if you don't know what the sizes should be, I suggest you just kind of like do a down click, save image as, and study that image to see the size of it. In my academy, which I'm also going to release pretty soon, we'll have all of this kind of like ready for you. We'll give you these folders and stuff like that. So just make sure that you have all of your pictures ready to go so that we could start building all of this stuff here, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so once we are here, the first thing that I want to focus on, let's take a look at this logo. Is this logo an image? Let's see, is this logo an image? Yes, it is. It is an image. We'll make sure that we have that incorporated also. All right, so let's start with looking at this menu system, and let's try to get it organized here. So this menu system, we have some collections. We have classics, high tops, slip-ons, and then we have new, right? So we have the easy ones. The easy ones is classic, high tops, and slip-ons. Let's go over here towards the back end. Let's go to navigation. Let's look at our main menu system here. Home, classic, high tops. So make sure, just go inside of all of this and make sure that they're linked to the menu system. Otherwise, when you click on them, they're just not going to go anywhere, right? And so at this moment, if I go click on classic, I'll notice that it takes me to the classic collection, which we haven't done anything. This is just kind of standard, right? But click on high tops. We'll notice that it's already going to the high tops. Again, it's not matching the demo because we haven't entered that. I'll do that training in my part 2 series. Let's see, we have slip-ons, right? Okay, everything good. And then we have new, which we have to construct the mega menu. And then this stuff, we'll worry about that later. All right, so the first thing that we notice is the announcement bar. Now, you guys could keep this but our effort is to try to copy this as much as possible. So this is actually pretty nice. If you guys wanted to alter this, you could see that the icon, you could have an icon list and you could put something else here. And right here, you have to actually put tag in order to show a tag. But if you wanted to check out a complete list of different tags or icons that you could put on this, you could go ahead and click on this right here. You could also change the announcement bar up here based on the text. You could just kind of like say whatever you want, right? And that'll pretty much post up right there. And don't forget to press save in order for that to take into account. But again, for this particular training, what we're going to do is that we're going to go over here to theme settings. We're going to go to, let's see, where are you? Where are you? Is it layout? Yep. Click on layout and uncheck show announcement bar because based on the demo, we're not showing one. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out there. And it also shows you if you don't want one, that's how you take that out. Let's get that out the way. And let's go to our next step. We're going to be working from up top and working our way down. That's what we're doing. All right, now that we got rid of that, the next step is the top bar. That's this guy right here. So one thing is an announcement bar, and another thing is a top bar, which is this guy right here, okay? And according to this, they have some nice words going on here. So let me just go ahead and copy this. And let's go back over here. We're going to see what's inside of top bar. Now, don't get confused on this step, guys, because there's 2 ways to check this out, or there's 2 layers to this. You could click right here where it says top bar. If I click on it, I'm going to go inside of the properties of top bar. But alternatively, there's the settings to it, right? So again, I'm just going to click on this first, and it's going to take me to the properties or the configurations of top bar. We could change the typography, capitalization, spacing, how big or whatever, colors. We could change the background, the link, and the text color as to whatever you want it to be. The layout, it could be standard or wide, you name it, right? We're not going to touch any of this. And of course, if you wanted to delete the top bar, you can always uncheck this right here, press save, and that'll just remove this completely. But let's go into looking at this. And so remember how it looked like this. You click on this arrow right here, and then you get to see the components that are basically into this. So let's click on this text box. I'm going to click on this right here, triple click, press paste, and now we have what we have over here on this side right there, right? And so let me just back off and go to social media. Oh, well, I haven't placed any social media. So let me press save for now. And the social media that these guys have is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And the way we configure that, of course, is going to theme settings. Click on where it says social media right here down below on the bottom left, right over here. Click on social media, and here we have everything, right? So we're just going to kind of copy paste this. This is the format which you guys should be doing this on, right? Doing this on, what am I talking about? Okay, so they had Twitter, Facebook, and they had Instagram right there. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to press save. Okay. All right, by doing that, we'll notice that the links started to show up over there. Let's go back to social media over here, and let's see how we could get that moved over. All right, so let's continue here. We're going to have to play around with this a little bit. So let's go right here where it says top bar. And right here, let's make sure that our layout width is set to wide. We're going to start off with that and make sure that it's really, really being pushed. And you're going to notice that I'm going to press save a lot. I always like to save my my work. Let's go over here and let's do some extra configurations. We're not done. So this part might be tricky for you guys. You might say, okay, why is my social media over here and then this text over there? It should be the other way around, right? I'm going to go to theme settings. Let's go back to layouts. And on layouts, let's see if we could find something here. Hold on. So we got the header. The header is classic centered. Let's see if we could change this to centered. And let's see if that changes anything. There we go. So we had to change from classic, right? Pay attention over here on the top. So notice how classic has the logo over here and then the menus just kind of like, you know, standard mode. And then we have this kind of doing the symmetrical thing. But if we change this to centered, we have now the logo in the center. And then notice how this information came over here and then this started coming out there. It changed the text that what we had before. I'll go ahead and press save for that. And let's go and grab that text that I mentioned before earlier, right? Let's go over here and just right click on this. And let's go back to our top bar, okay? Let's go ahead and do one of those, paste it right there. See how that came out? And let's press save. So, okay, we got a few things done so far. Not bad. All right, so we have currency selector, language selector, okay, capitalization, so show search. I can't speak today. Styles, icons only. Let's continue. All right, so we have that. We'll worry about the colors later on. So we have this converter, we have this search, and then we have the shopping cart. Converter, shopping cart. Let's go and add that in there. Okay, so basically we have these two. Let's go ahead and scroll down right here. Okay, let's keep going. If you don't see this, make sure that you check this right here. So you see where it says theme settings. You probably are scrolling down and you're like, hey, I got stuck right here. Click this, expands. All right, keep going. Icon style, we have solid. All right, keep going. And then we have enable custom theme currency converter. Let's check that box on. There we go. We have the converter right there. And then these are the currencies that come by default, which of course you could go ahead and alter that however it is that you want. Capitalization, the cart icon right here shows like a little bag. Here they have like a little basket, right? Let's change this to a basket. There we have it right there. It's kind of like a little broken basket because I can't see the top, but I guess people recognize it just like that, okay? So we have that, that, and that. That looks good. Everything's great. All right, so we finished the top bar. So far, so good. And let's go ahead now into the header. The header is this right here, guys. So again, what we just reviewed was the announcement bar. We reviewed the top bar. Now we're going into the header of the website, okay? Let's click right here where it says header. And now it's asking us for a logo. Let's click on this. Upload an image. And let's go ahead and insert that image that we've grabbed from the actual website to see if this works. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and select on that. And over here, it kind of like fits perfectly. And over here, it's kind of looking all squished up. Let me go ahead and press save for now. One thing to remember, guys, I'm not sure how big your browser is. Okay, but pay attention that when you're on customized theme mode, this whole experience gets kind of like smushed in a little bit. And if you want to see the real experience, click on this icon right here and go to full screen. This is the experience that you would look at. And you'll notice right off the bat, our logo's too big. right? Some people might be okay with that. Might be like, yeah, I'm good with the logo. But if it's just a little bit overkill, so let's go right here to where it says width, and let's just bring that down to 150, somewhere around there. Let's see, 150. Yeah, let's press save on that. All right, let's see how that looks. More or less. We want to compare apples to apples here. Yeah, it almost looks like it's identical. Almost. We're going to be okay with that for now. Okay? All right, perfect. And let's go ahead and continue with this main menu system because I want this to work, and then I'll go ahead into the part 2 of the series. 1 second. All right, a small edit that I want to share with you guys. You'll notice if you press rewind on my video, on my main menu system, I had something that was called home. And so if you go to navigation, and sometimes this will happen, right? You'll notice that by default, home would be set up here. The theme doesn't have the word home, and it's old school stuff, to be honest with you. So that's why it's important to make sure that you delete it. So I noticed that I had that on mine. If you have it on yours, make sure that you also do the same. Just delete that if we're trying to copy this whole demo thing. And I've done that, and I press refresh, and now we have the system that kind of matches a little bit with what we have here. Okay, so these are still singular. This needs to be a mega menu, which we're going to go over with. So let's get right to it. Since we have all of this set up, and what we need to do next is update the mega menu for new, that's what we're going to dive into next. Let's get to it. Okay, so one thing to remember, again, if you notice that there is a menu item or a configuration right here called mega menu, it has 2 properties. One of them is when you actually click on it. These are all the properties that you have inside. But if you back up and you press this right here, if you press this guy right here, you'll notice that this expands to what it offers, like the actual properties inside. And you'll notice that these guys are kind of like preset because you could have a whole bunch of things going on here. But what we want is just to emulate this, which is to show the products. They're like 4 top best-selling products or new products in this case, right? So let's go over here, and we're going to start deleting some of these guys. So I'm going to go on image. Let's see here. I'm just going to delete all of these blocks right here. I'm going to go inside, remove block, mixed inside, remove block, right? Featured promotion, remove block, menu, remove block. Like I'm removing a whole bunch of stuff, and I left featured product there on purpose. And I'll share why. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is that we need to attach the mega menu, or we need to program the mega menu to follow one of our menus, meaning that we need to call out, okay, mega menu, which one of these guys are you going to be a part of? Or which one of these are going to be the mega menu? And according to the demo, it's new. New is the one that we're trying to focus on. And so the same thing, what we're going to do is we're going to click on mega menu, and right here where it says catalog, we're going to type in this exact word because we want this one to be the mega menu. So I'm going to type in the word new. Okay. Once the word new appears here, we see this huge thing right here, whatnot. I'm going to press save for now. And again, what I'm going to go is I'm going to go back right there, and we'll notice that featured product is still there. And how many products are we featuring? We're featuring 4 products. So right here, just like as you see this, we're going to add another block. And we're going to say another featured product, then another featured product, and then another featured product. Okay, so I'm now listing 4. You saw that? I created the grid. Let's not lose our place, and press save. All right, now that I'm done with that, let's start programming these products. The first one is Vibrant Classic Sneaker. That's why I told you that it's so important for you guys to add your products first, because you don't want to go back and start doing all that boring stuff, right? All right, so this is my first one. Press select. Let's go back. Okay, what's the next one? The next one is called Picturesque Classic Sneaker, right? Something like that. Select product. Here we go. This guy right there. See how easy that is? Click that one. Okay, let's back up here for a second. That's the number 2. The number 3 is Flash Classic. I just typed it in and then select. Okay. And we're down to our last one, Brushed Classic Sneaker. Okay. I'm going to back up here. click on this last one, select product. Okay, what's that called again? It was called Brushed Classic Sneaker. Click on that guy right there, press select. And we have them all there, and press save. Okay. And now when we hover over right here, you get to see the products. The only thing that's different, obviously, is the colors. The colors are a bit different, right? That's the only thing that kind of looks off. But don't worry, we'll fix that in a few. Okay. So we have that there. And then the last thing is the detailed information. They said fire, uniquely cool, shop our new pattern styles. Let's go ahead and add that into this. Okay, so the way that we do that is let's go here to the actual property of Mega Menu. We're going to click right there. And we need an icon because, as you recall, we have kind of like an icon of a flame there. This flame thing. So right here on the icon list, I already researched it. So it's fire. I'm going to type in the word fire, and we have our nice little icon that shows up there. And for the text, boom, I typed in something there. I'm not sure if I actually committed a typo. Patterned style. Okay, so let's go here. I just lowercase this P right there. Shop our new patterned styles. And don't forget to press save, of course. All right. And there you have it. We have the little mini announcement bar, or a bottom bar. That's what they call it. And that's actually pretty interesting. I like that. I like the fact that it has its own separate bar versus the regular announcement bar that all these other websites have. So you could have unique bars depending on however many mega menus that you want to set up here. But I really like this, especially when you could play around with the colors. If you're building this for a client or yourself, this background color right here, anything that really just pops, right? So I would recommend something like, I don't know, like an Amazon yellow type of thing, right? And then the text could be like a gray, just something so that it really sticks out. Something that pops, that's what really matters. So play around with the colors, do some A/B testing, whatever works out for you, that's what really matters. And the last thing that I'm going to show here before I end this part one, let's talk about some simple color change. And what I want to do is I want to match the exact color system that I have here. I don't want to guess. I want to do an exact match. I already know that the color of the font is going to be black. Let's see if I could take this color right here to find out what that color is. And a website I like to go to in order to really find out what the color is, and of course it's really fast for me. I go to html-color.codes.info. I'll put all of this in the description so you guys could use it. Anyways, so you notice what I did. I took some screenshot of just a section of the images. That's what I did. I took a screenshot of it. And then I go right here where it says upload file. I'm going to click on this one and upload this file. I'm going to take my mouse, hover over it, okay, and click on an area that I'm interested in, and here's the color code. Man, this saves so much time. I know I could have done this in Photoshop. I could have done this in a whole bunch of other places, but this website is fast when it loads. It gets to where I want to go, and I just right-click and I copy this. Now let's go here back into the theme, okay? And we want to go into the color control management system. And what we do is we go right here where it says theme settings. Click on theme settings and we go to the property of colors. And in here we get to see everything related to the colors. So what I'm looking for is more on backgrounds. Notice how they have them segmented based on groupings. Let's see here, background, links. Let's see which is the one that we're looking for. And wow, none of them. Well, at least you know now where this is, right? But in order to change this color to be exact, let's go back to theme setting and let's click right here where it says header, right here. Click on header. And inside of header, we're going to go down and here it is, overlay. We're going to click on this guy right here, background, and we're going to paste that code that we were talking about. Hopefully that works. 1 second. All right, so it seems like that background opacity is for something else. So overlay, that is if you want this whole thing to be cleared out. So let's go all the way down here. We're still in the header section, theme settings. We click on theme settings. Here on background, we're going to click on this and we're going to press paste on that new color that we wanted. And there it is. That's the color that we were looking for. And let's go ahead and press save to that. All right, the next thing, drop down style vertical. Yep, that's okay. Show drop, okay, icon style, image loading, everything else is good, but the font does not match exactly with what we have here. So let's go into the theme settings. We're going to go into typography, and this is the font. The font that we're looking for as the property, we're looking for one that controls the menu right here, main menu system. Let's go ahead and change that font, and the font that we're looking for, let's see if we could find it here. Let me fast forward for you. Here it is. It's called Josephine Sans. That's what they're using right there. See that? It's just that there's some color settings that need to be changed. So let's select this right here. And the base size, let's go ahead and push this to 16 to see how this looks. Let's press save on that. Let's look this up in a big screen. Let's make a quick comparison. All right, kind of the same, kind of more or less, right? And let's go right here to the, what, do they have everything capitalized? No, everything is good there. And the color of the main menu system. So let's go back into this. Let's go into colors, right? So, okay, so right away I'm going to tell you that when it comes to colors, I'm very picky, right? And call me crazy. But I'm picky because if I want to go to a color system, I don't want to go to more than one location to find colors. I think that the property settings for the colors should all live in one place. Because if you have colors over there, colors over here, oh, in this menu, that's where you change that color, and in that menu, like it creates confusion sometimes. And there's some themes that do it right, but in this particular case, a strong suggestion to out of the sandbox is that if you're going to have a colors property, keep it all in one place versus having colors over here, over there. Like it just makes a mess. Let's look for this color system. All right, so in this case, it is inside of colors. If we scroll down, headings, header, right? Let's see here. So links. So I think that instead of it just being links, it should have its own separate color system called main menu links or main menu. Yeah, just main menu, because links could be other things. Links could be anywhere in the website. Let's click on this and let's put this to black and then press save. Yeah, because links, now we're assuming that all of the links are going to be black then in that case, which is not a good idea. The last thing would be these guys right here, the social media icons. Let's go ahead and change that color. All right, so right here, in order to change the colors for the social medias, we're gonna go still inside of the color system, but now this time text links. Again, for the team out of the sandbox, I think that this is a bad idea. I think it should have its own color system and title it and not mix and match it with any other properties. All right, so let's go right here where it says links. So on links, I'm going to go to the gray color that kind of looks like this. Let's see if that makes the change there. Is that too light? Yeah, it's a bit too light. So let's click on this one and let's make that a darker gray. Right. Pretty close. Let's press save. Okay. Let's go back down over here. The links hover. For the links hover, this is when you hover over. See how that turns white? Let's make sure that you turn this to white and press save, because we didn't do that at the last step right here when you hover over. And it does it like that. One of the last things that we need to do now is let's change those. You see where it says new, right? Right here. See how new, how all of those words look like that teal color. Let's see if we could go ahead and change that next. And we're still in the color system, so we're going to just scroll down right here. And let's see if we could find product thumbnail, product stickers. So product stickers, you're going to go right here where it says new. And on new, what we're going to do is that super neon color, right? Let's go ahead and upload that color to find out what that is. Okay, so I'll upload that there, click on this, and that is this color hex code right here. We're going to copy that, and we're going to go back over here and just kind of like paste that over here. Okay, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Okay, let's Let's see right here. There it is. All right. Don't forget to press save on that. Let's see what else. And then we got the names of the products. The names of the products is next. All right. And so in order to go down to that, let's go to where it says drop down menus, right? And right here where it says links, click on this guy right here. And let's go ahead and add that same color we were talking about earlier. So we're going to just post that up right there. And let's see how that works here. Not so much, right? Like, I don't think it did justice. It's a little bit darker. Would you agree? Let's see if we could take, let's get very precise on that color because we really want that color, right? So let's go over here and see what we could do. All right. So let's go ahead and open this one. And this color right there. Okay, copy. Okay. There we go. And the only thing is that, of course, this color is different because of that example that I taught you guys, okay? But here, there you have it. And then the last thing I think was the background. Oh, the background, yes. So notice how it's not like totally white altogether. Let's go ahead and update that too, because over here you could see how this one looks very, very clean, right? And mine's almost looks like some type of blockage, okay? Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, and to do so, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go right here to the properties of the mega menu. I can't talk. Click right here. And what we're going to do is first we're going to show the borders. Let's go ahead and click on that. And then on the background, let's click on this color. We're going to make this white. And there you have it. And then press save. And there it is, guys. All right. So what have we gone over today? We went ahead and installed the theme, right? Showed you guys everything related to the theme. We purchased the theme. We installed it. We set up everything as far as the pre-configuration, registered the theme. We did the top menu systems. We configured the mega menu with these products. And in the part 2, what you guys are going to learn is the rest of the body of the homepage. Again, if you like this type of content, let me know down in the comments. And totally see you on part 2. Thank you very much.